Welcome to The Warmup, and thank you for tuning in. I'm your host, Ted Madden. It's playoff time across the state of Texas and the beginning of the 6-week quest for state glory. Let's get you ready for some football. There are a lot of title contenders in the greater Houston area, and their run to AT&T Stadium starts this week. However, some teams have a harder road than others. Let's preview some first-round games that should be competitive in the lineup presented by So Chill Chips and Salsa. Our game of the week is in Fort Bend on Thursday as Ridge Point hosts Tompkins. After losing their first two non-district games, Ridge Point has won 8 in a row as they coasted to another 26A title. The Panthers' defense has really stood out as they have only given up an average of just over 7 points a game behind Baylor commit D.K. Kalu on the defensive line. Azell Jolly is troublesome for opponents out of the backfield as he can make plays in the run and passing games. Tompkins started off district play 0-2, but won their last 6 to earn a playoff spot. Wyatt Young and Caleb Blocker are speedsters in that offense, which the Panthers need to be aware of. Both teams went 3 rounds deep last year, but for one of them, that won't be the case in 2022. In another game that should be highly competitive, Houston Lamar takes on Jersey Village at Del Mar Stadium. Lamar finished first in 18-6A as they won 7 in a row to close out the season, including sweeping through district play. The Texans haven't had a competitive game in 6 weeks, so they'll need to have a physical week of practice leading up to this one. Senior Kenneth Rosenthal will be key to the Texans' success as he brings playoff experience to the table. Jersey Village finished 4th in 17-6A with a 7-3 overall record. The Falcons have no problem putting up points behind quarterback Adam Tran and receiver R.B. Carter. It's keeping their opponents off the board that's been an issue at Jersey Village. In their 3 losses, the Falcons have given up an average of 55 points per game. That's not going to do it in the postseason, so the defense needs to buckle down.
Warm up your game day with the authentic flavors of ancient cooking. So thin, so crisp, so good, so chill.
Friendswood didn't make the playoffs this year, but that doesn't mean Mustang Edge Rusher Braylan Shelby didn't have an amazing season. We caught up with Braylan on the recruiting trail.
Hi, my name is Braylan Shelby. I play outside linebacker edge, and I go to Friendswood High School. What went in my decision was, it was just like, when I went there, it felt like home. It always felt like home. I went twice, and on my official visit, it really just set it off. They put out all the tricks and stuff, and yeah, I mean, it worked. And I love the coaches there. I really feel like they got a plan for me. And once I get there, I really feel like we can execute that plan and hopefully get me to where I want to go eventually one day. Back when I first started rushing the passer, that was one of the things I wanted to get better at. So I just continuously throughout the summers, I worked hard, learned different skills, went to different trainers and stuff like that. And I've definitely enhanced my skills, so I'm kind of proud of what I have right now, but I know I can definitely add some more. When I'm off the field, I usually tend to like to hang with my friends, play a little Xbox or something like that. But, just be chilling, cooking, just doing things around my family and friends all the time. I want them to remember me as being ambitious, being someone who you could look up to, go through 4 questions, really just a great leader, and just really just leaving behind my mark.
Look for our cameras at a lot of big games this week, but unfortunately we can't be at them all. Let's take a look at some games you need to watch for in the hype. Katy Morton Ranch qualified for the postseason on the last week of the season. Their reward? A red-hot Fort Bend Hightower team. Hightower has won 6 games in a row after an 8-point loss to district champion Ridge Point. The Hurricanes have some special playmakers on their team, including wide receiver Zion Kearney and running back Jeremy Payne. It's safe to say Hightower's first year in 6A has been a success. Morton Ranch has some terrific athletes on their roster as well. Quarterback Josh Johnson and running back Santana Scott made huge plays last week against Jordan to pull out a 36-33 win and make the postseason. The Maverick defense is going to have to focus in as they have given up their share of points this season. Another new 6A team that has had an impressive season in this classification is the New Caney Eagles. They will take on Aldine Eisenhower Friday night. New Caney's success starts and ends with running back Kedrick Risino. The Michigan State commit basically does what he wants on the football field. Risino uses his shiftiness to break free and get into the open field, and the senior can also make plays turning short passes into long gains. Eisenhower finished third in district play after a huge win over Spring last week. Texas commit Ryan Niblett is one of the area's best athletes, and Zach Henry has proven to be a leader as the Eagles' signal caller. Eisenhower is only 1-5 on the road this year, and since this game is at Randall Reed Stadium, it could be a problem for the Eagles. Last week, our defensive title belt went to those Eisenhower Eagles. Let's take a look at their performance, plus check in on a previous title belt winner. Aldine Eisenhower needed a victory over Spring last week to ensure a playoff spot. Ahead only 19-14 late in the fourth quarter, the Eagles needed a big play from their defense and got one from Jonathan Corbin. The Lions were at midfield and driving, but Corbin made the interception and turned it into a pick six to earn Eisenhower the 25-16 victory and this week's title belt. We also heard from Alief Taylor this week as their title belt arrived on campus. The Lions earned it for their big win over Strake Jesuit that got them into the postseason. It was quite a scene at Taylor High School. That's going to do it for today's show. For even more high school football content, be sure to follow us on our social media accounts, including Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. I'm Ted Madden, and I hope we got you warmed up for all the action.